history together. They know each other too well, maybe a little too much. So that will make for insane counterplay, insane levels of play style that on paper maybe you're not going for them because you don't think they're safe. But since they know their habits so well, they might be able to get away with some cheeky stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, starting off there, Daige with the extension on that neutral B. I mean, we're gonna see a lot of that spin dash coming out of Sonic, and I'm really interested to see the way that Pollo plays around these spin dashes. If he likes to go for armor moves to break it, if he likes to go for command grabs, whatever way he tries to get out of these the onslaught of Sonic, is going to be very, very crucial, especially later on in the set.
Definitely
starting off with a good amount of percent.
Right, and that's the thing. It doesn't matter because Pollo is really good at bringing it back, especially once Rage has built up. So this is the opportunity that Daige needs in order to take the stock as soon as possible before it becomes like an unclimbable mountain that it's so steep that it's really hard to deal with. So he needs to be very mindful how he approaches, and he needs to take the stock immediately, just as he does, as I say it.
Absolutely. I think earlier on in the percent, Bowser's going to be susceptible to a lot of these combos. A lot of times, the commentators like to say Bowser doesn't get to play until he's over 120, 130. And that's where Bowsers are comfortable. I mean, they're super heavy. They get a bunch of rage. They're ready to kill you off of any interaction. That's where Pollo wants to be. But the way Daige is playing, if he continues to be this oppressive threat, it's going to be so hard to get that rage built up.
Yeah, it's somewhat true, exactly, as Bowser does feel a little bit more comfortable once those red numbers start showing up. It could still be daunting because Sonic, once he gets a hold of you, it's really hard to escape as the speed really puts him in a favorable position. And right now, with the lead that he holds, he really has nothing to lose if he wants to try to get a little bit more credit to this first stock that he hasn't lost just yet.
Yeah, I mean, this stalling on the ledge, very clinical stuff. Hold the percent as much as you can. Get the forward smash on the normal getup, and now you're up 3 stocks to 1 against Bowser. You don't want to be in disadvantage against a heavy, but being in the lead against a heavy is so liberating, especially as a character like Sonic. Oh, he went for the down air. That's crazy.
Yeah. He's trying to get his own portion of cochinas. He's not really he's not a stranger to those kinds of things, but he sometimes gets them. He knows the recovery habits of Pollo, so he took a safe bet, and still safe, I mean, because he was still able to recover. So that's something that never hurts, you know, like especially when you're in such lead as Daige is currently in.
Yeah, keep them honest off stage. Make them sweat every time they get back to
right.
it. Make them think, how am I going to get back against a Sonic that's willing to go off stage? Super important you keep your opponent in check on the recovery. And Pollo, you know, didn't need the dirty stuff to take the stock. Found the... Oh, never mind. I take it back. I take it all back. He just raw forward smashed him. Never mind. That was so dirty. Getting the forward smash there, evening up the stock count with all that rage. I mean, he was dead at like 40. That's crazy.
Yeah, now here's the thing. They're absolutely even. This is where Pollo thrives the most. He should be able to bring it back. But no, the ground pound missing there just for a bit. I don't know if he was trying to break a shield. I really don't know what the plan with that was. But Daige was very well capable of punishing that, taking game number 1, which is, as you mentioned earlier, liberating, because he knows that Pollo is not one to deal with. And by the way, guys, before I pass it on to you, we are actively reading chat, so make sure to ask your questions, make sure to send your regards, make sure to say your shout outs, because we are here to have a conversation with you guys as well.
Absolutely. I'm looking at chat over here. Shout out to the people in chat watching at home. There's a lot of great Smash Ultimate content. I mean, dude, who doesn't love a 40% forward smash on a Sonic? I know you've been camped out by a Sonic online, and seeing that Bowser kill the Sonic at 40 is liberating.
A drop kick.
I mean, straight up, I'm just going to forward smash you. Absolutely wonderful stuff from Pollo. And Pollo, you know, it's a difficult matchup. It's something where Bowser struggles with characters like this with an onslaught of speed, multi-hits that send you in disadvantage for a long time. Going to be very interested to see how he deals with Daige moving forward.
It will be Juggle City, basically. But in this case, it is Pollo who's now with a mission, a different set of requirements to keep on pushing. Remember, this is loser side of bracket. Only one of the region, the northeastern region, will prevail moving forward. So, I mean, a little bit of a team kill, but still, it's a lot of pride and friendship, still sportsmanship in this battle, no matter what the result is.
Absolutely, you gotta love it when you. I mean, it sucks to play your homie in bracket, but hey, at least one of you gets to move on forward. Forward tilt, they're very good on that up B. See one more mix-up, gets the down tilt, and that's gonna be able to take it. I mean, it's scary to deal with Bowser. That's something Bowser's exceptionally good at, is that 2-frame potential. Especially if you have an up B without a hitbox, you can get basically a free 2-frame. And there was just enough to inch it out. Yeah, looking very good so far.
Yo, and not even just Bowser, like he's good. Boyo specifically is really good at getting those 2 frames, especially with the tilts, and getting these random stray up smashes is also extremely dangerous because he's really good at. So right now he's holding himself pretty well still on the first stock. No changes to what's going on so far, but the amount of rage that he's building could be enough. Sonic is quite lightweight, but the pressure as he tries to recover will be enough to get him just far enough so he couldn't recover. So that's great on Daige's part.
Yeah, forcing that air dodge is super important. You know, keeping your opponent in check, make them burn their resources, make them sweat on the recovery, and you're going to be able to get edge guards like that. Super important you get on Bowser, because a lot of time people will struggle, but as you said, these players have a lot of experience with each other. They have a lot of experience with punishing each other for the recovery.
Oh yeah, and that's going to be a lot of the game plan basically at this point, because they just know that in neutral, well, the things change a little, right? And they know each other so well that maybe even the surprise stuff, like we see Pollo do a lot of up tilts, like trying to cover options, but Daige knows this, so he won't fall for them as consistently. So he's gonna have to play a lot on the ledge off stage as well, and just like that, he gets another stock, another lead, albeit a little too small for comfort.
That was absolutely amazing. I mean, you're seeing Oyo doesn't have the frame data advantage, but has a range advantage. Swinging at the position Daige wants to be in to initiate these spin moves. Super important you deal with Sonic in that way, and he's getting kills off of it. I mean, it's crazy how close this is in this game number 2, Bowser Sonic.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's the thing, like they know each other too well, so that means that their usual game plan will be pretty much a matter of understanding what his opponent is going to do. Just like that, Daige loves crossing up shields, and he knows this. Pollo knows this, so he just let it rip with that up smash. However, Daige knowing that in return is just like 4D chess that they're playing at all times, so they gotta be extremely careful against one another.
It's like another level of rock, paper, scissors you have to deal with, and got the 2-frame. No,
you got rock.
Paper, I guess. Paper beat rock. I don't know what that was, but he got the kill with the 2-frame forward smash. I'm happy about it. You don't have to deal with Bowser anymore. Good stuff there.
No, that was great. That was the rock, paper, scissors that you mentioned, and exactly it's what happened. And both have the same attributes, basically getting those 2 frames, one with a forward smash, one with a tilt, but they're both as effective once they reach their target. They're extremely focused. They're friends, but as you mentioned in bracket, they're enemies, and they treat each other with respect and of course a higher degree of sportsmanship because they know each other so well. They care for each other.
Absolutely. It's one of the beautiful parts of playing offline. You get to sit next to somebody, get to see them. So fortunate that offline events are back, and we're getting some really great Smash Ultimate content. Because I'm going to be completely honest, if this was online, I think it would be a little bit more one-sided towards a character. I'm not going to say which one, but one of them has a reputation for being good online.
Definitely. And right now we're going back to Pokemon Stadium 2, a little bit more of a playground for them to just move around, to reshift, readjust whenever necessary. But look, Pollo's just going straight at it with the grabs and putting pressure on the ledge, almost getting Daige over 100. And watch him. You gotta be extremely careful. You don't want to land on that shell, the crushing shell, because Pollo's really good and very well known for those hitting really hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's you saw that interaction start off with jab. I mean, whenever are you worried about a jab from Bowser into a kill? But that was an amazing sliding forward, so punishing Daige for running away. Super important. Sonics have all the movement speed in the world, but if you can catch them, dashing for Sonic is just as committal as everybody else. Get the sliding forward tilt, get the kill.
No, and he's really good at that. He knows that those kinds of interactions are super beneficial for Bowser. Look at him get that back air. What is he going to do? Get the berry and waits for the air that he knows how to get those. He gets him once again. And look, Pollo's still in his first stock, under 80%. So he's still got some living room. And it's going to be really hard for Daige to come back from this. Not impossible, but really, really hard, especially now that dude, he was ready for the tech. What are you talking about?
That was amazing. Going for the up into the downer, I mean, that tech is super crucial, and part of the matchup experience, knowing that Sonic downer is not going to spike the way it does. That forward air trading with the uppy is going to set up for an edge guard. Let's see if he closes it out. Yes, he does with the run off there. I've seen Sonics come back from this. Very doable, but if Poyo can just slowly inch his way in percent, get Sonic to 70-80%, you're looking at a really scary position as the Sonic. But starting off almost touchless here, Daige is playing very well.
Here's the thing. Poyo doesn't care. Once he gets the lead or stock lead, he'll go for the Kushinas. I'm letting you know right now, as soon as he gets his claws on Daige, that stock is gone. And I don't wanna be too annoying about it, but I know I've seen it before. Poyo is going to fish for those, but hey, Daige is doing a phenomenal job at keeping him at bay. But this is the opportunity that Poyo needs in order to bring it back, and he's just gonna be chasing him for a little bit longer.
Yeah, these chase down situations is so scary. You're not really thinking about Bowser chasing down the Sonic, but when you're at the stock deficit, you want to find your comfortable space. But Poyo is really good at bursting into it with a hitbox, covering where you want to go to run away. And I mean, so far, he got a small neutral interaction win in the beginning, and he's been running away with the lead so far this game number 3.
All right, now you gotta pay extra attention because both of them are challenging each. Oh no! Rolling right into it. He didn't die, but it doesn't matter. I got a fist full of fury waiting for you. Poyo is just insane. He gets these kinds of strings that are just unpredictable. But the way they work is just like, it makes you feel that he knew. Maybe that's not true. Maybe he didn't know it. Maybe he wasn't aware of what was going to happen. But the way that he strings them together makes them feel premeditated. And that's extremely scary. Bowser is intimidating as it is already. And now we'll put him in Poyo's hands and it's double fold.
I really like those forward tilts that we saw in that game. I think it took stock 2 and it took that last stock. Very good tempo check option to punish the burst options from Sonic.
Right.
And I mean, who thinks of forward tilting that? Like, okay, I'm going to down B and then wait for you to come at me because you're Sonic and get a forward tilt. It's crazy. Poyo's crazy.
Yeah, it's super smart, and he knows that all these opportunities are great for him because he knows basically how Daige likes to approach, and if he does with a spin dash, well, why not stop it with full force, with a fist ready for you to, especially at such high percents, to just let it rip with it. And now, Poyo's fishing for those up smashes. They work, but at this point, Daige is extremely careful when it comes to approaching because he doesn't want to land on one of those.
That's so scary every time I see it, but I have to remember that Sonic's recovery allows him to do those crazy edge guard sequences. That up smash barely not connecting, getting the space and missing the timing, but still has the ledge to Sonic. Oh, the sliding forward tilt, a bit of an overextension. Daige has an opportunity, but gets hit with the side B. What is Poyo doing differently that you think is making him win these?
Dude, it's the parries. The parries all day. Like, that's the thing. He knows, PJ. He has that timing to a point, to a crisp. He knows when that attack is going to happen, and he's ready to punish it accordingly. And now you gotta be extremely careful because he's got rage. And if Daige doesn't take this stock immediately, it could very well mean another stock taken unless he does it extremely right, as he should.
Yeah, you need to play more confident, but that was an amazing grab there. I've never seen anyone grab Sonic out of spin dash and getting another grab forward throwing. This is the matchup experience for Poyo, really, coming into shine. And he up smashes, squat dodges the forward smash. This is matchup experience at the highest level. He's grabbing spin dash off of not reactions, not possible to react. He's doing it because he just knows the timing. Crazy stuff. I'm telling you, like that very well translated to another stock, and that's the last opportunity that, the opportunity that Poyo needed in order to bring the score back when it comes to the set. Still doable from Daige because he knows how to fight around Poyo. We've seen sets going back and forth, but at least in this instance, it looks quite tipped over the Bowser, the King of Koopa side. Yeah, no, I definitely have to agree with that. The way he's playing, the way he's really punishing Daige for going into his so-called safe spots. He's like, I'm going to go to the ledge, be safe, and you get hit with the forward tilt. Those small interactions really weigh on your mental. You have nowhere to run from this Bowser. Yeah,
because even when you try to get your distance, once you inevitably go in, because of course Sonic needs to go in at some point, he's still getting punished in red, which is the most Whoa, see? Crazy. He just went for the pivot grab and it worked. And then again, once again, he's just going for it. He's going for the grabs. He knows they work and he knows that it's really hard for Daige to punish them, considering how well executed Pollo is doing them and getting so much mileage out of them.
And what a phenomenal mix-up.
Adios. Adios.
That's the walk-off kill. That's the walk-off kill.
And run it back, and he was like, hey, otra vez, run it back. Because, listen, that's something that you can only get once you know your opponent this well.
I mean, that's just some amazing just player knowledge from Pollo. The way he was able to kind of disassemble the pressure is so important. Not only is he applying pressure to places that he knows that Daige is going to be comfortable, but he's also like, yeah, I know your pressure isn't real. I know what you're going to do at me. I'm going to grab you. I'm going to hit you for it every single time.
Dude, the cognizance, like just knowing exactly when the right moment for those grabs to come out and just getting so much out of him, just like that, taking advantage of the insane pivot grab distance that Bowser gets in general and punishing those roll-ins, or rather spin dashes, that Daige is using so effectively, or needs from his kit. It makes you second guess, doesn't it, PJ? Like, how do I approach safely when it's never safe?
It's weird to have to say that as, you know, a Sonic versus a Bowser, but that's just something that Pollo is bringing to this table. He knows where Daige wants to be at any given moment, and he's swinging at it with precision and power. That is absolutely amazing. I'm watching this and I'm awestruck by the ability to call out these Sonic options with Bowser.
No, and I'm sure that people in chat too, special regards to Erzulo, who's watching stream right now. He's a Bowser main as well. He's a really strong one, so I'm sure he's learning something from the best Bowser in Mexico right now. Daige needs to take this opportunity, misses the 2-frame, but it doesn't matter because the pressure stays on at all times. So he's on chase mode at the moment. Hopefully he can take the stock as soon as possible before more credit gets piled up against him.
I really like those flame breaths coming out from Pollo. He's playing very, very well as kind of like a tempo check. Like, you can't approach the way you want to, but who needs to approach when you get that way drop down back, you're able to get the stock for Daige. Daige, you know, evening up the stock count here and kind of looking like he's feeling himself a little bit more than the last two games.
No, yeah, he's playing a little bit better now. Moving around Pollo's aggression. He's being super patient. Look, these mash attacks working flawlessly, opting for a high recovery instead, knowing that going deep down is something that doesn't trouble Daige's Sonic at all. So he's gonna be super careful, but he's being more aggressive and it's definitely paying off. Careful here.
The down tilt to catch the uppy once again. That was a great 2-frame, and the spring gonna set up to a very easy forward air edge guard sequence. Still getting another one. I mean, the actionability out of the uppy is crazy. Gets the back air, a picture perfect edge guard sequence from Daige, using the spring to set up the forward air, trading the two forward airs, going for a high uppy, getting another forward air, dropping down with a back air. Daige is playing on fire now.
One more stock is all Pollo has in order to be the representative from his state, from his city, in this insane event. Abierto Ciudad Victoria Victory City Open right now is the only opportunity. Now keep in mind, Bowser does shine a little brighter once he's over the hundreds or maybe even the 90% mark. So, hey, it's still doable, but he needs to take the stock immediately before Daige pulls one of these. He's really gonna do this, and he pops off knowing that this was a hard-earned victory. And look at him, just sad, but hey, respect to the competitor, and why not a little hug to reinforce the friendship that they have.
Dude, I mean, that's something that